Hail.
Yo.
Hail. As you can see, I am not home.
I can see that.
I'm not home. I am. I have, as actually Sarah called it this during the pre-meeting, and I love that. The good luck hutch.
The good luck hutch.
The good luck hutch. This is the place from which I what do you call it? I actually recorded one of the most successful OTB interviews with my grandmother. I'm at my grandma's house, man. I made a very spontaneous trip to go to Vegas this weekend for the Day in Vegas Festival after capacity. I can't lie.
We'll dive into how that was and that whole experience because I'm
bro.
Got a lot to ask about that.
I am wearing the shirt I wore yesterday. Like, let's just put it that way, bro. I have been at it. Been at it all weekend, bro.
that good, huh? That good, huh?
Bro. Oh, man. I'm living my life, bro. Rockstar shit, man. I'm living my life. Man. And capacity was amazing. Oh, hold on. I'm just. and I'm really hyped, too. Because it's episode 10, brother. So yes, I just, shout out to everyone. Like, shout out to all the listeners. And, bro, love you, man. And Sarah, love you. Like,
too,
bro, for real. Like,
Sarah.
I am. It's so much love. Yeah, hell, how's your weekend? As I'm here wearing the same shirt I saw Tyler the Creator last night in. Like, guys, like, my God, like, what's up?
It doesn't sound like my weekend was as eventful as yours, but it was still a good weekend. I got to hang out with some friends. Casey, one of our friends, was in town, so that was cool. Got to hang out with Elliot all weekend, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Went to the Children's Museum with them, so that was dope. And I also worked yesterday. Just had a shoot at church, so nice. Always fun creating. But yeah, outside of that, man, it was pretty chill weekend, good weekend. Outside of the Cardinals getting smacked, but outside of that, it was good.
Sports ball. Oh, I'm so when the sports ball doesn't go like how you want the sports ball to go. I
very
understand.
Unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate.
Very frustrating.
I
didn't let it ruin my week or day like I usually do. Man, I used to, when they would lose, my whole next few days would be just a mess.
Oh,
but I've gotten better. I've grown. Growth, right?
Growth. Hey, growth. We're here for it. Look, I mean, it's episode 10. We have like so much to get down to. I don't want to spare no time as per usual at Unfiltered Gems Podcast everywhere. And y'all, welcome to episode 10. Let's get into the show.
Let's do it.
Episode 10 of Unfiltered Gems. My name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I am Ryan Hale. What's going on?
Brother. Like, again, I'm just, it's the energy right now. It's Vegas, baby. It's
that episode 10 energy.
It is, exactly.
That Big 10 energy.
Big 10 energy. That's pretty much the episode title right there. Big 10 energy. As I said before we got the show started, at Unfiltered Gems Podcast everywhere. Of course, we already know you're subscribed on YouTube. You can check us out there as well. And we really, really, really appreciate it. Cool, quick update. I mean, on a story that we covered a few episodes back, the Blackburn protest at Howard University have officially come to an end. Apparently, they came to an agreement, but the terms are confidential upon the time that we are recording. But I hope good for them. I hope they got what they wanted.
I know. I mean, when you do a protest that long, that's what you're hoping for, is that you get something that you wanted. So I doubt that they probably got everything that they wanted, but who knows? Maybe they did. So whenever it comes to light, hopefully it's what they wanted.
Yeah. Did you see the photos of Debbie Allen in that fur coming out to greet them and acknowledge them protesting?
I did not, but I would love to see it now.
Oh man, I'll have to find a way to share it with you, man, because I saw it on Twitter. I said, did Debbie Allen single-handedly? Like, was it really Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen? Was it the sisters that just really came together and single-handedly just solved the problems at Howard? That's what happens.
Who knew?
Who knew? You let the creator of a different world come through, and it's just like, naturally, she's gonna make the HBCU better. Hello,
exactly.
Makes perfect sense. Another update. Hail, your favorite artist ever, Britney Spears. Her conservatorship is over. How you feel about it?
Favorite artist ever is a huge reach.
So you're telling me
I can't explain that enough.
So wait, did you just say that you hate white women pop stars? Is that what you just said live on this podcast?
Also a huge reach. Wow, we're just not finding a common ground here. No balance today, huh? But shout out to Britney, man. She got her life back, which I'm very excited for her. I watched the Netflix documentary on her. I think it came out like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool story, just kind of giving insight on exactly what she was going through and kind of talking from her perspective and people close to her perspective and everything like that. So that was a dope story. But it's just sad to think that somebody had their life kind of in a way lived for them for so long. You know what I mean? Like she couldn't control her own money, what she did, her appearances, shows, all of this stuff. So it's good that she has her life back. Hopefully she can start doing some stuff that she really has wanted to do for a while. Get back to performing if that's something that she still loves and wants to continue to do. Yeah. But overall, just happy that this finally came to an end, because I know for a while it wasn't looking like there was no end in sight. So
yeah,
good for her.
And I think a huge win for what, like, I think social media was originally supposed to be used for. I mean, how the power of social media and the power of fans, of true dedicated fans. I think in recent weeks we've seen where fandom can go one way and fandom can go another way, and it's really beautiful in, I think, today's world, to see how fans did what fans are supposed to do, man. Like, that's really special. I really think people have been talking about festival lineups, you know, now that festivals are back. Hello, we'll get into my festival. I mean, right. How festivals are back, and people are always wondering, you know, what a Coachella lineup could look like, or what some of these festival lineups can look like. And Coachella is an indie festival, but y'all let Beyonce hit it, you know, so it's not indie anymore. I think if Britney got the performance chops, if she actually wants to do it, like what we know that she wanted was to be out of the conservatorship and get out of those, you know, out of that bondage. And for real, it was like that's just terrible.
Out of those shackles.
Out of those shackles. Like I was about to say shackles, and I was like, I'm not going to compare it to you know, our kind of slavery, but I'm just like,
exactly.
Yeah, man, out of those shackles for real. Like, if she actually really wanted, if she wants more, if she really wants to perform again and perform at the level that she once did, she would make a great. People will come from near and far to go see her at a festival. You know what I'm saying?
They came from all over to see her in Vegas on that run that she did.
They really did.
Sure.
Easily one of Vegas' more successful shows too. I mean, they really came for her.
Britney post conservatorship, post documentary and all this stuff. It'll definitely blow up, man.
But shout out to them, man. So shout out to them. Shout out to the team that got out. Shout out to her fans, is what I mean.
Absolutely.
And more than importantly, baby, like, it's Britney, bitch. She out, baby.
Yeah. So Malcolm should have let off with his favorite artist of all time, but we'll let that slide.
It's Britney, bitch. We ready?
You mentioned though how social media was used perfectly for Britney's situation, and a way to kind of shed light on that. Social media has not necessarily been used in the right way overnight, and so far, if you're familiar with the DaBaby and Dani Leigh situation, it's been all over social media.
Are they still together? Were they together or not together? Like, what?
So, it was a mess. I guess there was an Instagram live that took place last night. With DaBaby and Dani Leigh. And I guess Dani Leigh shared this afterwards, that they had been together privately for the last few months, post her having her baby. And they had an Instagram live yesterday, and they started getting into it. DaBaby was telling her how she needs to leave. After that, Dani Leigh starts posting all these comments on her Instagram story, and on her Instagram, she goes on an Instagram live, talks about how the DaBaby just kicked her and her baby out of the house for no reason, telling her you got to go to a hotel or somewhere, you got to get out of here, pretty much.
I'm sorry to interrupt. So they were live, not like virtually. They were live they were live together, like on one of their Instagrams. They were in. I don't know
if it was their same Instagram or if it was one of their. I can't remember whose Instagram live it actually was. But I just know that you can see the camera showing, obviously DaBaby was there, but the camera pans over and you see Dani Leigh feeding her baby. And that's when he's telling her, like, you got to go, you got to get out. He made comments on there like, she's cuckoo, like, she's crazy, this is what I got to deal with. She's just a side chick. You've never been more than a side chick. And he's saying this all on Instagram Live, literally. And she came out and was making posts about how, if I was a side chick, why would you do this for my birthday? He got me a boat and all this. Like, it is going crazy. And she was just talking about how he's pretty much not been a good father, and how would you kick
right,
mother of their
like,
child and the baby out.
Dani Leigh's baby is his baby, right? Because like, weren't they together? Like, are they together?
Yeah, they were together. They were together. She got pregnant and
by him,
right? And then
okay,
she
I just
said
wanna make sure
that
I'm tracking.
Yep, she came out yesterday and said that he left her during the pregnancy, and then foolishly she got back together with him, and now that's where we are today.
Well, that's subjective. I mean, true love always.
Well, no, I'm
wins,
saying
right?
not foolishly for me, but she said that. She said that she was dumb for getting back together. Sorry, yeah. She said she made a post and was like, "We got back together after I was pregnant," and she said, "as a dummy." That's what she said.
Well,
but
damn.
the latest news in that situation is that she has been charged with simple assault because the baby called the police. Police officers were in the home, and now she's been charged with simple assault. So supposedly Dani just posted something saying that she was out, her and the baby are out and safe, and her family's been posting, and the baby called Dani Leigh's family out. It's just been a huge mess.
You mean loose cannon, the baby?
Yeah.
You mean homophobic, the baby? You mean not gonna see a festival stage in another 2 years, the baby?
The baby,
really?
Yeah. His one of his baby moms was posting and talking about it. It's just been a mess. I mean, this has been all over social media. Just them two mainly going back and forth with people or going back and forth with each other. It's just really sad, man. It's like, and she made the comment like, I didn't want to believe what the internet was saying about him, but I should have believed it and all this stuff. And it's like, I do feel bad for her because you've got a baby who's only a few months old, and now you're getting put out or whatever the case may be. But it's also like, you should have seen the writing on the wall.
Sure.
Like, even if you don't want to look at his past relationships and you were like, oh, this one is going to be different. Like, he left you when you got pregnant. Like, that should have been the nail in the coffin right there. But like you said, love
and then
conquers
also
all.
Love conquers all. I mean, love always wins. Well, and then also it's just like, I can only imagine. I mean, it's like, that's also the father of, I'm sorry. That's the father of your baby. The baby is the father of your baby. I'm sorry. It's just I'm trying to say
father of the baby.
He's the father of the baby. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. No, literally. I'm not even. I'm really. You don't know if I got jokes. I'm not trying to like say it like that, but I'm like really sitting in that. Like, he's the baby's father. So, like, I could only imagine as to why Dani Leigh would foolishly let him back in. However, she was at this man's house, and apparently she is. This is a lot to unpack. Like, you understand where I was last night, right? Like, you understand where I still am. Like, I have literally been at a music festival this whole weekend. Like, I am. If you could hear it, I barely got a voice, quite frankly. So I don't even. This is wild. I am gonna pray for all them.
Yeah. What's Charlamagne say? I'm gonna send them healing energy.
We gonna send him all them, especially the baby, and I mean the baby,
not the big the baby, not the baby's baby. He's so stupid.
Seriously, I would have especially said the baby's baby. The baby
it's just
and
toxic,
baby.
bro.
So yeah,
it's just very, very toxic, and we got to see this all over social media. I feel bad for him, but the baby, obviously, he don't care. He took time to post a whole statement about what was going on, and then said, "Make sure you're listening to the album and get your tickets for the tour." So, using this as some interesting promo.
Look, hey, I mean, we see what's happening, and this is not a pod that we're going to report on Will and Jada, but hey, if you want to sell an album, if you want to sell a book, if you want to sell a movie, I mean,
sadly, this is the way to go, I guess.
This is the way to go. So welcome to the Red Table. We going to take a break, and we going to come back with more Unfiltered Gems once again at Unfiltered Gems Podcast everywhere. Thank y'all. Welcome. I can't say welcome enough to like episode 10 and just it's just good. We a little later we got to get into some of our favorite moments. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's only right. Unfiltered Gems, quick break, and we'll be right back. Okay, so Hale, over the weekend, you already know. Again, we'll get into it. You know where I was. Mm-hmm. However, I did catch a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean pictures and a muted clip. I really didn't watch not a damn near minute of it. But Adele got interviewed by the Queen.
Yeah.
Not the Queen, like Oprah, the Queen. Right, the one and only. I have yet to watch the interview.
Same.
I imagine it's as compelling as an Oprah interview would be.
Yeah. Oprah's just
we'll get into it. Maybe we're going to have an update for you on the next pod. My question to you is not exactly about the interview, but it's the fact that it was about a special that was, I don't know if it was ABC, maybe it was one of their affiliates. Who knows? CBS, but there was a special. Sure. Let's say CBS, Caucasian Broadcasting Systems. Okay.
Stupid.
Let's say it was CBS. Do the blacks like truly approve of Adele? Like, no, like it's just like, okay, like I know we love her. No. Here's the thing. Like I subjectively, I love an Adele. I
guess I just wasn't expecting that.
I love an Adele. Quiet. This is not a shock value question. I'm so sincere. because there was this video that surfaced, right? There's like this black couple that like they did their proposal. You know what I'm saying? He surprised her. Adele sings.
I heard about this.
You know what I'm saying? There was a clip. I saw the clip. That's all we watch now. We don't watch full things. We watch the clips. Even 6 minutes was too long. I saw 30 seconds of it. But I was like, wow, look at them crying hysterically. Adele pops up. Oh, my God, hello. Yes, I fucking love ya. Okay, I want to sing for ya. Then she does her thing.
Wait, was this at the special or is this somewhere totally different?
Well, because the whole special, it was an Oprah interview and it was a special all rolled into like one whole hour.
Right. I'm saying, was the engagement at the special or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, this girl got walked out with, soundproof headphones. She goes, am I on grass? Nigga, where you got me? Like she said the N-word live on television. She didn't. She didn't. But, he gets walked out. He's like, yeah, baby, come on. Like, we're going to take you somewhere. And Adele literally was like, before we get caught, so she tells everyone, shut up, turn the lights off. And he walks her out in these headphones. Adele's on stage. He sits there, gets down, takes the blindfold off. I guess you had a blindfold too. Takes the blindfold off. She sees that there's an audience, but still can't see the stage where Adele is completely blacked out right in front of her face. But like that's how big the venue was.
Yeah.
He gets on one knee. Does the whole like. I love you, baby. You complete me. You check mark of all the things. You know what I'm saying? One day we're going to raise a family together. Yeah, it was a great proposal. Young King, shout out to you. The words were just very, 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 very kind.
The 30 seconds that you saw. But yes.
Yes. Maybe I watched a little bit more. I probably watched 30 minutes. But look, let's be honest, okay? Look, quiet, because I'm telling this in very, very good detail. So then out of nowhere, right before he, says, will you marry me? The light, and Adele just pops out. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yes. Oh, I love you. Look, sit over there. Congrats to you. It's about to perform a song. And I don't even know. I didn't even watch past that. I didn't even know which song she sang. I know it couldn't be her new single because that's low-key a breakup single. So I imagine it was probably, one of the lovey, lovey songs, which she has plenty of those.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
She's also in a relationship with a sports ball agent. Not just any sports ball agent.
Rich Paul.
LeBron James's agent. No?
That's correct.
Okay, see, look at me knowing some sports ball knowledge. Follow me now. Look, I'm the sports guy. That's what they call me. Look, it was a black couple that got engaged. She's married to a black man. We know her proximity to blackness. We know she's
not married to him. She's
dating him. Okay. Look. She be at Nottingham. No, she be at the Nottingham, Carnival. You saw when she had, that's right when the body got snatched. And Adele looking good now. Mama looking good. God. She looking good. I'm serious, guys. I'm not. These are jokes, dude. Like it's. I'm talking beyond the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting invited to the cookout. Do the blacks do we is her relationship with Rich Paul is it do we believe it? Do we approve of it? Like how do we feel? What's the on the meter of like no, you're not invited to the White House when Obama was there versus like come on in, I'll eat your mac and cheese. How much do we love Adele? Ryan, I need you to be objective here. Don't.
I've never honestly never thought about this.
I need you to think about it. Are you okay? No. But again, approval. Do you approve? Do you approve of this marriage?
Yeah, I guess. I don't have any stake in it or real opinion on it.
Well, you should.
Why? It's not me. It's not you. It's not a brother or a sister. I don't really care, Rich. Do your thing, dog. If that's who makes you happy. Go ahead. Yeah, I can honestly not care. I really don't care.
Okay.
But good for them. It is a very shocking, not shocking, but a very.
Why is it shocking?
Not shocking. That's not the right word I'm looking for. It's a very, not confusing, but it was a very surprising couple. Like I would have never seen Adele and Rich Paul together. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's
look, I think it shocked the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? When we talked at the Black Caucus meeting the next week after the photos came, hell, you were at the Black Caucus meeting. Don't act like I know it's some secret society shit. We're not supposed to tell nobody, but we're kind of talking about it on the podcast. You know, when we were at the Black Caucus meeting the next week, we were just a little perturbed. We were like, this is a thing? Okay, like you know, how do we feel? And so I just really wanted to.
How do you feel?
I love it.
Okay, of course you do.
I fucking love it. Because I love Adele. I would, and I literally don't mean this is any kind of innuendo. Like, I would definitely eat Adele's mac and cheese. Like, I'm sure she's I feel like her to
Adele
be completely honest.
Cook.
No, her proximity to blackness, I really mean this. Her proximity to blackness seems very authentic, and not and it doesn't seem like fetishized, which is I think why I have a very sincere love for Adele. Like I really mean that, because I just feel like she has a very authentic love for of just like the culture in the culture, and I think like her talent also speaks volumes too, where it's like, hey, look, like you have great music too, and we connect with the songs. Like I really have all these jokes about her proximity to black only because I was in the barber shop the other day. It literally. When you hear 5 brothers, you know the barbershop, every age range 18 to 70. Yeah. Her single came on, like somebody's phone probably on a clip, and she became the conversation of the barbershop. And it was hilarious to hear like, one, it was like, hey, you hear the new single? Hey, you know, hey, it's some typical Adele, but hey, she looking good now. Hey, but hey, no, I seen her. Yeah, she looking real good. Like it literally just turned into this barbershop conversation, and it was hilarious. And so it really made me think of like, we really we generally as we would be like, hey baby, look, if the race war happened, like you can find shelter over here. I think we'd really have her back.
One person that would definitely not get any shelter, and who we would, let me not be too harsh, who we do want to try to remove from public.
He wouldn't get
society,
shelter.
though,
Let's be honest, he wouldn't get shelter. Not over here.
Well, yeah. So no shelter, no water. Maybe
it could be the nuclear apocalypse, and he could be running. He could go, let me in your house, and I'd be like, oh, and I would with the oslet. You cannot come in. I'm sorry, you can't. You
oh
can't
my
come
gosh.
Here.
People are probably wondering who the heck we're talking about. We are talking about 18-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse, who is on trial right now. As many of you, probably everybody knows what's going on with that trial. It's coming to an end probably this week. We'll probably have a verdict as the closing arguments are taking place on yesterday. So, man, I guess my question, Malcolm, is how familiar are you with the trial or what's going on? Obviously, we saw the viral video of him crying on stand last week and saw how foolish this idiot looked on live TV. But my question to you, though, is based on everything that we've seen in the trial about like how the judge just today dismissed one of the charges and how he's been kind of hard on the prosecution and some different rules and different things like that. What do you think is going to happen with this trial? Do you think it'll be more of a shock like we saw in the George Floyd trial, or do you think this will be another one of the same white people getting off?
I'll be really honest with you. Everything is a shock to me. Like, if it's not the death sentence, like, it's a shock to me. If it's not life in prison, it's a shock to me, to be completely honest. The evidence points to premeditated murder. Quite frankly, your own mama who drove you down there is an accomplice in the murder. Anything other than life in prison for this man, or anywhere where this man can rot, is a shock to me, to be completely honest, because just like there is no justice to me served. There's a known bias that the judge even has. We've already seen weird shit with the jury selection as far as the bias on there and the comments that were already made. Like, to be honest, I'll be shocked either way. We know what we're gonna get. We've seen how things have played out. So I'm just here to see what goes, and I have zero expectations because I know that I'm 99 on some Maury Povich, not knowing this baby ain't mine. I'm 99.99999% sure this man is gonna get a slap on the wrist and he's gonna keep walking. That's just what it is. Like, that's why it's hard for me to maybe stay as engaged even with the trial as you might be. I mean, I would love to know your thoughts too, as far as the likelihood.
Yeah, this case, I mean, I feel like a bunch of these cases, that we've seen over the last few years, they all for me have like a certain theme, right? Mm-hmm. Like with the George Floyd case, that theme was like I don't even know what that theme necessarily was. I've got a lot of words that I don't know. That was just a pure sad situation. It was just like an inhumane theme, maybe.
We've just seen it time and time again.
Yeah, literally. But for this one, I feel like the theme is literal white privilege. Like the whole trial has just been a white privilege show. Like everything, like even the testimonies, the people who were there, who were armed with guns, the white people there, just their conversation, their testimonies. It's just all about white privilege. Even Rittenhouse himself. Like, how do you feel like you should be able to get driven by your mom from a completely different town with a gun that you're not even legally supposed to own or have, and talking about you're gonna go protect people? Yeah. What? That's just some kind of white privilege stuff. I've even heard people who were there that were with Rittenhouse talking about like, we felt like the police weren't really doing their job, so we thought that we should go out and step in. That's white privilege. Only white people feel like they could go in and step in and do the police's job.
But I think, but that's also where, again, I'm just not shocked at anything. It's hard. Like, we see this show constantly. Like I love it. You call it the white privilege show. This is, quite frankly, this is season 30, episode 8. Like, we've seen it.
All I kept thinking about when I saw him crying is what you always say is, watch whiteness work.
Watch whiteness work. Watch it. Watch it work.
Yeah, I honestly think he's going to get off, which is sad, but I will be pleasantly surprised if they give him life in prison or if he gets convicted of all or most of those charges, which is now down to 5 instead of 6.
Exactly. Instead of like, we already see the bias. We already see the momentum. We already see where it's going.
And this one is very separated too. Like, I felt with the George Floyd one, it wasn't as many people coming out in the defense of Derek Chauvin, but with this one, it's a lot of people defending this kid.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people. So
definitely.
We'll see. I mean, the National Guard has already been sent out there, and we haven't even begun jury deliberation. So it's going to be an outcry if he's not convicted, I believe. And I'm not even going to be surprised if they burn Kenosha down. I never heard of Kenosha before, and we probably won't hear about it much after this. So,
yeah, no, you're 100% right. We will see. We'll keep everyone updated as far as we see it. But y'all gonna see on social media. You'll see on the media. I'm sure you'll see everywhere as this trial progresses. Again, I mean, I think you and I are the same here, where it's just I don't have high expectations as far as justice being served. But
happy to be wrong on this one.
But I will say, on the day that we saw them white tears, they tasted real good in my cereal. Man, oh man, it was funny to see.
He didn't even have no tears. This fool, LeBron tweeted and was like, he probably just ate some lemon heads before. He wasn't even really crying. He was just
yeah, exactly. No tears. Look,
shut up.
I said it in my story. I said, look, I got nieces and nephews who are babies that are better actors. They give you tears. They give you performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give you.
You wasn't thinking about that. You wasn't thinking about none of that when you was on your way down there holding your AK-47 or whatever gun you had. Like, no, we don't want to hear that now.
Yeah. So I will say that has been very nice to see. I enjoy. White tears always taste very, very, very good in my cereal. I just get it's my shit. So, that's that on that. Look, I've had look, we gonna get into it. We just gonna get into it. I want to talk about something fun. I want to talk about some self-care. I want to talk about just my idea of therapy. Also, we'll get into therapy too. Coming back after the break. Unfiltered Gems, thank y'all so much for listening, man. Episode 10 energy. Big 10 energy.
Big 10 energy.
We'll be right back.
Do you like incredible musical performances and engaging conversations? Well, we've got both of those things for you right here at Mental Notes Live, the talk show focused on giving you tools to grow your faith, mindset, and progress. Hosted by yours truly, Ryan Hale. Be sure to follow us everywhere on any social media platform at Mental Notes Live, and go catch up on all of our previous episodes by visiting mentalnoteslive.com. Unfiltered Gems, we are back, and I know Malcolm has been dying to talk about his, like he said, his therapy from this past weekend, the events from the amazing festival, from what it looked like on social media at least, day in Vegas. So we'll kick it off. You stupid. We'll kick it off like this.
I'm sorry, I got no voice. Finish.
We'll kick it off like this, bro. What were your top 3 moments from Day in Vegas?
Top 3, that's easy. Doja, and Doja. That's it. Doja. Doja. Bruh. Would I tell you? Now, understand, Doja was one of the artists that I was looking forward to most from seeing. Now,
right.
Okay, if y'all saw Day in Vegas, like the lineup, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I will say Kendrick was
packed.
Kendrick. It was legendary. It was packed. I'm actually going to get into Kendrick in a minute. I'll run you the set list because, yes, Kendrick was incredible. It was also because, like, for this festival, this was the first time that a lot of the lineup, a lot of the performers, people performed in their first time.
Yeah, in a couple years.
In a couple years, you know what I'm saying? And, like, with also the climate post-Astroworld.
Yeah.
Like, the level of people being present and just being connected and being together and kind of us all being together for fun and for togetherness and the love of music and for safety, it was super dope. And just shout out to the Day in Vegas team. It was great. Lineup was curated really well. The way the logistically, just how they I'm really one for, like, always taking note of, like, crowd control, how they move people around and all that kind of stuff. It was just like, yeah, it did. Like, there was a lot of people there by the last day, and it's like, it's still.
Who headlined the last day? Tyler?
Tyler
Okay.
headlined the last day. Post Malone replaced what was supposed to be Travis Scott on Saturday.
How was that?
I didn't stay for Post.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. So
I didn't stay. I'll tell you who the last person who I saw on
Saturday.
Yeah, Doja was pretty much the last person I saw.
Oh, okay.
I saw a few people on the way out.
Got you.
And it just, in watching someone after Doja is almost laughable.
Really?
Like,
it was
at least
that
for
good?
at least for who it was after, and I'll get into that. And it's not gonna be, it's gonna be no Shay, no Sade.
Well, take us through it
after Doja.
Why was Doja so amazing?
Let me tell you why Doja is just one of the best. She is the best pop star we have, Hale, and I'm literally gonna explain this in a very objective way. Like, I'm not. This is sans bias. Like, I even have people like again. I sent you stories. Like, everyone in my group, whether you're a fan of her or not, we are just in full agreement that she is who she is, you know. And maybe if you start YouTubing some of her performances, you might get a taste, you know what I'm saying, and say, oh, okay, wow, she can really do choreography, she can actually sing live, she can not only sing live, she can rap live. What she might lack in vocal range, she makes up for with actual rap performance and rap ability. She does not perform with a single backing track. Her band is phenomenal. How she not only just takes her tracks but reinterpolates them to make them performance versions of tracks, you know what I'm saying? Right. Better drum fills, more chords, keys, like, and her just with the crowd, you know what I'm saying? We all agreed. The thing with Kendrick is he did Section 80 to Damn, and it's like, wow, like, while we've had 10 years, he opened up, his first song was Fuck Your Ethnicity. Like, if we were just saying, like, what do you expect his first song's gonna be, like, you know?
That's my favorite Kendrick album ever.
Bro, period. Like, period. Same. Like it's just, bro, like, literally.
I guess I forgot that he was doing Section 80. Sorry to cut you off. I forgot he was doing Section 80.
Bro, I'll walk you through the set list.
I should have went out there.
Bro, like, it was so, like, Kendrick was Kendrick, and it was so good. Like I said, I'll walk you through it in a quick second, but it was wild because he doesn't have anything to prove. He doesn't have to. He doesn't need any performance gimmicks. He doesn't need a lot of crowd. How you feeling? Like, and he didn't. He wasn't really interactive with the crowd at all. He literally said hands up a few times, but he literally just gave you track after track after track.
Oh, he didn't really talk or anything?
He didn't talk. There was really no. So it wasn't that it was boring. It was just It
wasn't interactive.
It wasn't interactive.
So my question to you, though, is you said he did Section 80 to Damn, so everything from Section 80 to Damn, or just Section 80? Okay, gotcha.
No. I'll run you through it. So he did Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. He did not do any Untitled Unmastered. He did not. He didn't do any, like, Black Hippie stuff. Only guest he brought out, which is what I predicted, was Baby Keem. and it was all I needed. It was all I
Top
needed.
of the morning,
Top of the morning. And he,
top
bro,
of the
I'll send you the video, bro. It was like the way the crowd lost their mind when that shit came on. Was we were just, let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. And like the whole place was going crazy, yo.
That's
and it's
dope.
wild because right when you saw people start getting buck, more people just started exiting. They were like, oh, nope, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. And even during Tyler, there was like 3 mosh pits that broke out. And I was so hyped to see people like moshing and like people were cheering after and people were kind of encouraging it. And they were just like, hey, we'll make room. Like, we'll scoot over. Like, not to know, oh, y'all doing something crazy. We just like let it happen because we get it. When these songs come on, yeah, you want to like, oh, the build-up's coming. You want to ready. It was dope to see that happening, at least for Tyler, and happen safely. The way the festival was making announcements, like the festival would be sitting there like, hey, before the next artist comes on, we need you to shift to the right, shift to the left, back up from the stage. Like they were not playing.
They were on it. Yeah.
There were so many, like they had trucks literally driving into the crowd. If people passed out, everyone would put lights up in your area. If people got faint or did anything wrong, like it was just nobody was going to let what happened ever happen again.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But
That's
with
good.
Kendrick, yeah, man, it was dope. But but with Kendrick, yeah, man, like people went crazy on the Baby Keem joint. And that's all. That's the only guest he brought out. So
Okay.
I'll run you through the set list. It was great. He opened up with "Fuck Your Ethnicity." Yes, went right. And I love it too because it was his first time performing it since 2012. He did ADHD, first time performing it since 2016. He then went into High Power, first time performing that since 2014.
High power.
He then did Hole Up.
Okay.
First time performing that since 2013. He did his first time. He did Chapter 10 for the first time. He really never performs that song. Did Chapter 10 and then rounded out Section 80 with Ronald Reagan Era. First time performing the song since 2012.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
So
then more. What was up?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna run you through the track list, the set list if you want.
Okay.
If you wanted it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
He then went into Good Kid, Mad City, ran through Money Trees, Backseat Freestyle, Art of Pure Pressure. First time performing that one since 2016. Then he did Swimming Pools, Poetic Justice. First time performing that one since 2015. Then he went into Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, and then Mad City to round it out.
Gotcha.
Then he did the T-Pab, first song King Kunta. Then went to I, first time performing that since 2017. Then he went to All Right. Then he went into Institutionalized, first time performing that one since 2016. And then The Blacker the Berry. First time performing that one since 2016. That rounded out. Yeah. So that rounded out Damn, or T-Pab, Different Butterfly. And then he went into Damn, opened up with DNA, went into Element, did Loyalty, Lust, Humble. And then after that, brought out Keem, did Family Ties and Range Brothers, Top of the Morning. It was hot. And yeah, that was like their first time kind of performing it like together. You know what I'm saying? So that was really hot. Then Keem went out, he did Love. And then can you imagine the first song, the last song he did, and it was also his first time performing it since 2016 or 2015. Okay, last song that he ended the set with, tears, actual tears.
I don't know.
Sing About Me.
Wow.
Dying of Thirst, and he did the whole thing. He did it with black swans surrounding him. It was just like, holy hell. And let me tell you one more thing that just made the moment even sweeter. I'll tell you right now, what even made the moment even sweeter was driving out there that day. It was a last minute decision, like I said, to go to the festival. Kind of last minute. It was like Wednesday, Thursday, I decided. It was kind of like a little before capacity. Which was, again, it was great, man. We brought the people out, the venue. I mean, there's all these things. So thank you to everyone, like generally that supported capacity. Like it was great, and we'll be back next month. More details on that to come. What made it so cool was the fact that like I manifested linking up with one of my best friends, 2 of my best friends, James White and James Corbett. I have this rule with festivals that I don't ever want to text. I don't want to text the people. Like when people are coming to like when I'm coming to festivals, like on the first day, if they don't know I'm coming, I like to surprise people, and I'll always say like, hey, the music will bring us together. It's just this thing I always have in the back of my mind. So I knew James would be here, I knew Corbett would be here, I knew everyone would be here at the festival, but I didn't tell anyone I was coming. So right before Kendrick went on, we were all pushing up towards kind of like where we can see him well, and right as we're walking through the crowd, I'm with my friends Nova, Kayla, and I'm with Victoria. If Victoria goes, and I literally the whole drive, I'm telling Victoria, I'm like, I'm gonna run into James. Like I don't worry about it. Like the music will seriously, like I say, like I'm, clear intention, clear spiritual intention. Like I promise we'll sew you into this. The music didn't even start. And White and Corbett are just walking right up. They just brush right past Victoria. And Victoria goes, Malcolm, what the actual fuck? And if you see the video of Corbett didn't even believe it. And White goes, what the? I said, surprise, motherfucker. And I just gave him a hug, and we watched Kendrick. And like the last time, I saw Kendrick was I went with White. We saw the Damn tour together.
Oh, okay.
Then, so like it was just, man, it was so damn special. It was so special. You know what I'm saying? Because I literally called on it. Like I really called it in. And that's a whole different lesson in like spiritual manifestation that we'll have for a different podcast. But I called that in, and my friends I didn't have to find them; they found me in the easiest way. They just walk through the crowd, and boom, we see each other. So,
that's awesome.
But with Kendrick, like I said, it wasn't interactive. It was an incredible set. Like I said, I ran you through the whole thing, and I wanted the podcast to hear it because y'all know I'm a Kendrick fan. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. This man, like, he's just on a different level, man. And it's insulting to call him a rapper. He's an artist. It's far beyond rap. I don't think. Sometimes it's like I don't know if I can even include Kendrick in my favorite rapper category anymore. I don't even it's like I don't include him in the top 5 there because I think it's just a little bit more than that, and I mean that in the best way possible. But nothing about his set was interactive as much. So back to Doja and why Doja was one of the best performers of the weekend is because whether or not you know her music, her level of performance is unmatched. Every single pop artist like walked in a sense so Doja could run. Like she is your Janets, she is your Beyoncé's, your Rihanna's, your in a pop in the sense of pop music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she literally is the perfect combination and the perfect culmination of what an artist of the future can be. And as I said before, what she lacks in maybe like vocal range, like I'm not saying she's Adele when she sings. I don't think anyone's looking at her to be Adele. But she can sing live, even when she's there doing choreography, dancing her ass off, giving you face, giving you sex, like giving you life, giving you like jokes. She's literally sarcasm, like make some noise. Everyone goes, no, that sucked. Okay, this side, make some noise. No, that sucked. I'm just kidding. Y'all are amazing. Thank you guys so much. Like she's just like, she's there. She's interacting with the people right there. Hey, y'all need to calm down over there. Hey, send me a nickel. Anyway, okay, y'all know this. Like she goes in between her songs perfectly. Her choreography is just hitting. Her set design hitting. If you don't even know the music, sing the live versions of the songs will actually make you a fan. She was performing songs I didn't even know, and I'm just sitting there. The energy was perfect. Everyone's singing the songs. Every single person is singing the song there, and her energy is unmatched. So it's like for what she lacks in vocal ability, she makes up for an actual rap performance because she can rap her ass off. She never once did a backtrack. She never once had other people rapping for her. She had an auto-tune mic that she made very clear. That one was dark red. Then she had a live mic that was hot pink. She was on that hot pink mic. Every time she had a verse or every time she had to sing, she made it known. Like she just put that right there. But then she'd use the auto-tune mic for songs where it just made sense, to use it. Like she's really, and I'm not saying that she's always been there, but understand Doja isn't anyone new. I was playing Doja on Blazing in the Morning for those of you that have been with my career for a minute. She's not a new artist by any means. She's had to be working at this for a long time, and that's what this weekend showed.
Awesome.
And that's why I give her best performance of the weekend. But when I tell you SZA last night
killed it, and
SZA said, here I am fighting back tears during 20-something, and I'm hugging my friends that I've known since I was like 20 around me. I'm like, I was like just a beautiful concert moment. She goes, this is going to be the last time I perform this album this way. So we're not going to hear Control in the same way. Maybe in the way that Lauryn Hill performs, how she doesn't perform any of the Miseducation in the same arrangement anymore. Like she doesn't, like, I know it kind of sucks, but she's like, yo, I'm not going to perform this set like this anymore.
I hate that, actually.
It was her first time performing in 2 years too, or like performing on a festival. Like Victoria Monet was incredible. Like the R&B stars held it down this weekend.
I saw was Giveon there?
No,
not Giveon. Who
Ari Lennox did incredible. I did not see
Ari.
Ari or Jasmine Sullivan. I saw Jasmine on my way in. Her vocals, I mean, it's just, but there's no fucking with like Jasmine's vocals. Did great. Ari, I heard, was incredible. It was weird. I mentioned, seeing an artist after Doja is like, I saw Victoria after Doja. Victoria was great. You know what I'm saying? Victoria was awesome. And I just love her song. So I was getting buck. Like every song I was singing it. But we saw Tinashe after, and it's like, I feel like at one point Doja's getting what Tinashe should have got. But Doja just proved like she is in a lane all on her own. The reason I'm giving her best performance, the reason I again, really from an unbiased place, I'm really making a statement for Doja is because like no one is performing at her caliber and combining elements of singing, rapping, performance, dance, wrapping it all into a bow that is really comprehensive. And I just really think if you have a chance to go see her and if you do a little bit more than like, because I don't really listen to her albums. I'll be honest, she's not an album artist to me. I don't go and I'm like, I got to listen to the next Doja Cat album. But I listen to the singles, I play the singles, and when you see how they resonate live, when you see her perform live, you would say, name another pop star that can touch her.
Interesting. Yeah,
Name
I'm
another
not
pop
a huge
star.
Doja fan. I haven't really listened to a bunch of her music and stuff like that, but I've heard a lot about her performances and stuff. So I'm gonna have to check it out.
Dude, like check it out. She's
see her live if I can.
just.
How was my girl Joyce Rice? Did you get to see her?
I didn't get a chance to see her, but yeah. But people said she did do good. I do like Joyce Rice, and so I didn't catch her, but no, I heard she was great. Again, the R&B stars held it down. You know, hip hop was hip hop. It was a hip hop focused festival, but just like, I mean, rap, like at least trap rap isn't really for me.
Same.
But like I saw Joey Badass last night. He was cool.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's but like 1999 is still his best to me, subjectively. Same. You know, so it's like kind of you're just sitting there and kind of waiting for those records, you know, and so like right. so sorry if I'm not like jumping into it. You know, I saw Blast do like Chosen and Loyalty and all that kind of stuff. And I enjoyed that. That was really cool. Apparently that was like his biggest stage yet, so that was really cool. So that's like really, really cool. And then Roddy Ricch was all right. I was really excited for Uzi, but he was an hour late. He literally came out, lip sang, didn't really do much. They said he acted drunk, so instead we went and saw Sir. Sir was hot, man. Sir was great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was awesome. Oh my God, biggest letdown of the weekend. I hate to say it on the record. Lord Jesus, I hate to say it on the record because I ain't trying to read her. But you know who was boring live? The vocals are mid. The performance is just boring.
Who?
Snow Allegra.
Don't say that. I can't believe that.
Ask anybody.
Really?
Anybody that was around.
I saw a video of it and it didn't look that bad.
Just
I know. She did say that she was battling strep or something like that.
Bruh, boring.
Really?
Boring.
Oh, I love Snow too.
No vocal range. The songs again, and it's fine. Some people have songs that are just like, hey, I love the songs, right? But you're just not a live performer, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there's a lot of people, like, again, I'm not making the argument for Doja. Like, you know, again, I'm not gassing Doja from like she's the best artist or she's my favorite, but I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying, pop star, who's next up. You're just objectively looking at it. She has all the ingredients, sugar, spice, everything nice. She has all of it to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's just what it is. And again, not to compare, but Snow, it's just like, yeah, she has good live songs, but the live performance just doesn't. She's going to need more. And I'm not saying that everyone needs choreography. Not everyone needs dancing.
Yeah.
Adele don't have no backup dancers. Adele don't need to dance. People going there, sitting around, Adele they want to hear her belt out the hits and go home. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't need it. SZA, I was worried because, like, you know, I can't speak enough about SZA because it was spiritual. I will say SZA's was magic. Her vocals didn't miss. And normally in past, you know, we've seen SZA together. I've seen SZA throughout the years a lot, and I think a lot of people would agree. Like, you know, it's like we've seen her live a few times where it's like the vocals aren't always going to hit. Sometimes it's like, oh, is she really a singer? Is it more than just like she can do pretty things with her voice? Really, what is it? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so we're all kind of sitting there like, is she going to bring it? Is she really going to bring the vocals? It was not a note was missed.
Wow.
Like how her control of her vocal now and how she adds and embellishes her songs, her runs, just everything was magic, dude. It was silk, you know. And again, like I only reference Doja because it's like I think what Doja proved was I respect artists that want it. Everyone and their mama can be an artist in today's world now, man. Mm-hmm. It's not like before where there was so much work to get there. You know, this festival was a bunch of people that just blew up on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm asking, like, who really wants it? Who really wants the top spot? Who wants to really be an entertainer, not just have a hit and have some money? Who really wants this? SZA's in this for the long haul. And this proved that control is her miseducation.
Wow. That's a very, very bold statement.
Control is her miseducation.
I get what you're saying. And I like SZA and I love that album. So
not comparing the albums, but as a penultimate album that will really define an artist's career. An album that I think right now, probably because she's just delaying this album, the pressure of creating something that is just as monumental.
Which is going to be tough. But if she does, man. If it's even close.
And the new songs hit different, and Good Days hit beautifully live.
Oh, that's dope.
One thing, we're going to wrap up day and night, and we're going to keep it going with the podcast because we have to talk about Insecure. My God. Mm-hmm. She asked for consent, and I want to talk with you about this.
We're not even going to have enough time.
She talked. She ended her set with Love Galore, featuring Travis Scott. Mm-hmm. A lot of times during the performance, just because Tyler was last, this was the second to last performance on the main stage of the night. There was a lot of crowd stuff that people were pushing in a little bit. Not too much. I didn't see it a lot around me. Throughout the weekend, I see people, pass out, or you see people throwing up. You see, and again, it's not always because anyone's partying. Maybe people are doing drugs for the first time that they shouldn't be doing. Maybe the people don't do well around crowds, but why do you insist around being around crowds when you can't be around crowds? Some people, I think that's it, because I saw a lot of people passing out, so many of the lights going off and getting me out. I'm like, a lot of people, especially after, if being here gives you anxiety, then why are you here? And why are you just not far in the back?
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, it's a mixture of like, you're putting yourself in a situation that I don't think that you're going to win most times.
Facts.
There is that, like, because people love. I hear the people on that don't go to festivals. They're like, yeah, I just can't be around the fat crowds. Good, then don't come. Less people I got to cut through, please. But I do understand, because there was a lot of people, like even people that I were with. As soon as people started moshing during Tyler, which I thought was dope, that people were moshing during Tyler, especially in the climate right now, post Astroworld, where people are scared to maybe express themselves. I think that's why it was dope that SZA asked. Because she said out loud, she's like, "Are y'all cool with me performing that?" Someone, she goes, "Y'all got to make some noise, because if not, that removes me of any liability." She said that. Because just understand people, the way they were being precautious, and I don't think it's SZA being sensitive, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's people were there, and it was weird. It was a very weird energy. People were really reserved this weekend. Mm-hmm. You hear people like, "Oh, I hope this ain't no. Oh God, be careful, y'all. Oh no!" Like, as soon as people started jumping, people were like, "Oh, people like I be in a group, so it's like I make sure that I'm in the center of my group, because when I want to jump, I want to jump. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I like to jump up with singing my lyrics, rapping my raps, like, let's go." You didn't see a lot of people trying to jump, except for when it was really like the ultimate time to jump, and even then there's like this like space, this phobia. There's this, people are just on edge right now. So I think it was.
I get what you're saying, and I think that's a normal response, especially after Astroworld. Why I have some pause about SZA asking for consent is just because, to me, it just came off as like performers should ask for consent if they were featured in a song with R. Kelly, or if they have an R. Kelly track that R. Kelly did some vocals on or something like that. Ask for consent with that. I don't think you need to ask for consent for a Travis Scott song, because it makes Travis Scott look like he's some big bad mass murderer, like he's a sexual predator or something like that. Like it was a tragic situation, and I'm not taking anything away from that. Mm-hmm. But to paint Travis Scott as something more than that, I don't think that's fair to him. I don't think that was her. That probably wasn't her idea or what she was trying to do. But I just think if we keep having people ask for consent on playing a Travis Scott song, then where's it going to end? You get what I'm saying? Like, is Travis Scott going to be no longer played on the radio, or what?
But I hear you, but I don't think it's consent. And here's the thing: there was people that said that they were at Astroworld that were a day in Vegas. You just heard mumblings around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's, you can only imagine what someone saw. There was people saying, not saying day in Vegas, but imagine if last week you went to a festival again, and again, maybe you're putting yourself in a situation that you can't handle at the moment, but there was people like, yo, I don't know if I walked past or walked over a dead body. I think I saw dead people last week, and it's not sitting with me. Like, again, it's tragic. You know
I can't
what I'm
even
saying?
imagine.
So it's like maybe, and again, this is all during Travis music. There could just be people right now that if they hear a Travis Scott song, they're gonna feel like, whoa, it's a little much. I don't think this is gonna last forever. I don't think people are going to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was very classy.
Nor should they, in my opinion.
Yeah, nor should they. And I don't think they should either. I don't think this is one of those, like, literally, I remember saying during the crowd, I said, like, someone's like, yo, but you listen to Astro, the album? I said, I listened to it the other day. It's a great album. Like, it's not. He's not going to be R. Kelly, and it'd be foolish to paint him as that. And I don't think we're asking for consent in that way. I think it's right now, especially seeing all the people that are passing out in the crowds. I'm like looking at y'all like, one, y'all probably shouldn't be here at these concerts. Like, if you trigger, but at the same time, we're here, and it is really good. I think right now people are going to have to kind of ask that of their crowd. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, jump. Like, even people and how they ask the crowd to get hype was just a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have to mind the climate. Like I said, I don't think it's painting Travis Scott as a bad person, but it's just like it's minding people's sensitivities respectfully.
Fair.
That's all that is. Okay? It's episode 10, powerhouse episode. Once again,
Big Ten Energy.
Big Ten Energy. Once again, I'm Malcolm Alexander. I just got to say the name.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm Ryan Hale. And it's only right, since we got the Big Ten Energy episode 10, that we talk about two of our favorite moments from our 10 episodes so far. I'll kick things off, man. My favorite moment so far, it's tough to pick one, but just off the top of the head, has to be the chicken sandwich wars. That was fun. I think that was the first time we brought in some listeners to live. So that was just a dope experience, dope, fun conversation. It's fun to hear people's perspective and opinions on chicken sandwiches. So that was fun.
I completely agree with you. I would say the chicken sandwich was up there. I think that was the penultimate changing force. I think we got a lot more listeners. I think people are still here today because of the chicken sandwiches. So thank y'all.
That was huge.
Yeah, that was career changing for us. That was a moment for us. The chicken sandwiches, just compelling journalism. But no, I would say that I think it was dope. The conversation that we had around Chappelle too, and we brought on listeners for that. I think that was cool. And just something that like really sparked conversation and had people talking, and still had people mad at me in my comments because the algorithm wants to show people that and still get people mad. So I enjoyed that one. I thought it was great.
Definitely,
so
it was a good one.
Here's a cheers to just like 10, 20, 50 more episodes, and everyone listening, and to producer Sarah, thank you, and Paige and the whole UG team. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you guys.
We're gonna keep giving y'all more of this unfiltered gems, man.
Absolutely.
Of course, we got to round out. We got to talk about
our weekly segment,
Herbert's Corner. Oh boy, oh boy.
I did not. Speaking of consent, I did not consent to this name.
I did not consent to Herbert's Corner. No, man. We got to talk Insecure. I've watched the episode twice now. I made a point between last night and tonight to dive into this episode.
Got you. Spoiler alert. Go ahead.
This might have been one of the best episodes of the season.
Yes. And it's crazy because how do they keep getting better and better?
Better and better.
Goodness.
Better and better.
I'm waiting for a mid-episode. I'm waiting on
it. But like they're not wasting any time. How they're cutting to it. And I would like to highlight Black men and vulnerability in this episode. I think what we saw from Nathan's big and middle, I think to what we already knew, what we already knew for the people that love to talk shit about Nathan, of what we already knew, to his big admitting, but I think also in how his friends were honest with him around it.
Yeah.
How his friend brought that up at the end and said, no, it wasn't wifey that wanted you gone, it was me.
That's
and how he gave it to him honestly, and it was not mean. I think people have this premonition about honesty, right, and being real with their friends and having some real conversation, and sometimes we're afraid of how it's really, 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 really going to come out, and what happens if I hurt him, what happens if I say it like that. And just I thought it was beautiful how his man was able to talk to him and talk with him and be real with him. Did Nathan like how it came out? You know what I'm saying? Or did he like the end result? Was he happy hearing it, or was it, just received with ease and love? No, but he gave it real, and I just think it was beautiful to show that from his friend, and then how he then looked at it, internalized it, sat with it, and then also told Issa, I'm rooting for Issa and Nathan right now.
Same. So we agree there. I'm not in full agreement with you on the cousin, how he talked to Nathan. I get what you're saying about how he was genuine with him in that moment. 100%. I agree with that. But if we look at the context of it, this is something that he had been holding off for a while.
Yeah.
Even in the episode, Nathan points to how they haven't seen each other in a while, how happy he was that they were back hanging out. So it seemed to me that it wasn't Nathan who had tried to end this relationship. It was the cousin or his wife. And Nathan had assumed that it was his wife because of what the cousin said to him. So I love the honesty in that moment. But it seemed like the cousin had been lying for a while or hadn't been completely honest with him like he should have.
100%.
Because he said he put it on his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't love that. I get what you're saying. Like, nobody would like to hear the honest truth, but I'm a big proponent of be honest as soon as possible, because the longer it is, the harder it is the harder it's going to be for me to receive. No matter how honest it is, it may be something that I really need to hear, but if you tell it to me sooner than later, then it's going to be easier for me to receive, especially in a situation like that. Yeah. And I don't know, man, that it just really, really hit home for me because, as you know, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
And kind of made mention of it on Unfiltered Gems, is that I went through some, not mental health issues per se, but I went through a mental health journey at the top of the year.
You went through your own journey, brother.
Exactly. My mental health journey at the beginning of the year. And just seeing how, his comment that really stuck with me is like how he was sad on how they, he said something, I think he said, I'm not that same person anymore. I just wanted them to see that I've got my life together now. You get what I'm saying? And this, I feel like, I connected with that because in my mental health journey, like there were times when I wasn't acting like myself. You get what I'm saying? Like I've learned from those moments, but like you're not always your best self when you're going through something with a mental health journey, like you said, or a mental health situation. So that really hit home for me, bro, because it's like sometimes people don't, and I've said this before.
Yeah.
Be weary of people who are quick to ask for grace, but slow to give you grace. But are slow to give you grace. You know what I'm saying? Be wary of those people, because I feel like you never know what somebody is going through. Sometimes you've got to take a second to just kind of sit with somebody and see, like, why are you acting like this? What is actually going on? What take the time, because sometimes, like you said, we harp on honesty and what honesty truly is, but we also harp on somebody's true intentions. And true intentions, I believe, is a pattern. Yeah. And throughout this whole show, we've seen Nathan has a consistent pattern of really being there for Issa, being just a genuine good guy. He had a moment where he was really going through something, and he's been.
But we saw it pop back up. We saw it pop up with how he left Issa's home, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I think,
and we saw it pop up initially a few seasons ago.
I'm assuming that was all in the same time period, though.
Yeah.
When he left Issa, I think that was all in the same. Maybe that's an assumption.
No.
I was assuming that was all in the same time period, because we don't exactly know when he moved in when he got kicked out of the cousin's house.
I would assume it was before Issa, because think about it, he said he was living in Texas before that, before he met Issa. You know what I'm saying? So around that time, like the abandonment, that was a pattern for him. Like for him to admit that he was manic, and I don't think he was going to be in a space. Well, the reason I will actually give you pushback on, like, I hear that you disagree that his cousin took him longer, took too long, maybe a little too longer. You know, I would rather you be honest with me then. The fact
or
that
not cut him off. That's what I'm saying too.
Well,
go ahead.
Sure. But in his cousin's defense, some people, when you have that honesty, they're not ready to receive that at the time. You know what I'm saying? How
True.
Nathan might have received.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? How Nathan might have received that a couple years ago with the, like, bro, you gotta go, man. You're coming in to all these times at nights. I don't know what's going on. You're not opening up to me. You're leaving my door unlocked, and I have a newborn baby.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
That's why I say everything that he said was honest and 100% accurate. It makes sense. But my thing is, like, why put it on your wife? And you're right. Maybe he couldn't handle that in that moment.
Maybe at the time it might. and some people that wanted to give the honesty, they're not ready to give that honesty. They don't have the words to honesty.
Okay.
Grace has to be offered on both sides, because sometimes
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I guess my
pushback
pushback to you then is, why put it on your wife then? I'm not a huge fan of that.
Sure, but you know what it is in relationships. Sometimes your partner
you got to take.
would
I'll take the L for you. You're right.
The partner would rather take that. Like, I don't want him to think that he don't love you. Don't worry. Say it was me. That's fine. That's fine. Like and we've been in situations where probably partners are like, hey, like, I don't care. I'll take the, you know. So again, we don't know. So I think that's why what I applaud is the realness. It's black men that are willing to go there, not just with each other, but more than anything, be honest. And I think it's beautiful for Nathan to say, hey, I'm in a better place now. But also, like, no, Issa, I'm manic.
Yeah,
like he has manic depression, like that is, and we've all speculated that. You know what I'm saying? We like we've alluded to him being bipolar in previous seasons, and we said like, oh, but no, we got.
I think he actually said it. I think he shared that.
Yeah,
with
he did.
Issa, right? Yeah,
but it's like, so now it's like, to even get that further confirmation to like, no, here's really what it was in that time. Like, I'm manic. I have manic depression. Like, it hits me, and sometimes I gotta go. And it's like, now and it's like for Issa to, like, you know, to love on him and despite it, you know what I'm saying? And maybe that honesty is what can really create something.
I will tell you
with them.
I 100% agree. I will tell you my only fear for this relationship, because I am rooting for them. My only fear is that he handles his manic depression the same way in this relationship. I pray that he doesn't.
Sure.
Hopefully he's grown for that, but that is a fear of mine, because seeing what Issa's been through, especially in this last year, like, I don't want that to trigger them going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Especially all that they've been through and how consistent they've been for each other. Like, I don't want them to go backwards because of something he's dealing with. So I hope that if he does deal with something, or if Issa's upset with him or whatever, that he handles rejection or whatever the case may be in a more mature way, or in a way that is more healthy. I'll say that.
Exactly. I don't know if mature is the word, but
not
healthy,
mature. That's
you know
what I'm
saying.
Yeah,
healthy, and something healthy. And something that pushes him to be in a better space. That would create a better outcome for both parties and all parties involved. And so I just thought it was a great. It was a great episode. Great episode.
What I will say though, and I hate saying this, I know this will sound weird coming from me, because you know I am huge. I mean, I am the leader of the Issa Molly team. But Molly, she kind of scared me, bro.
Why? Talk to me. Huh?
I'm just seeing some old sides of the old Molly last episode, because she was just like, oh, I'm trying to see. They competing to see me naked. I think I'm feeling him. Should I sleep with him or whatever?
Yeah.
Girl, you just met him. Like, chill.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? She's liberated.
Molly what do you mean, what's wrong with that? She's seen where that has gotten her. What do you mean?
No, her pattern is that she takes just casual relationshiping, as the word relationshiping. She takes casual relationshiping as a marriage proposal, damn near. You know what I'm saying? That's the pattern.
And that's proving my point.
But who says that she's going to do that in this context? It's a little different now. Who says that? Who says that?
I'm not saying that it won't. I'm not saying that it will or won't.
Well, because
you've got a lot more faith in her.
I'm taking a ticket from your book. You know, I'm looking at Issa and Molly in a whole new context. You know what I'm saying?
And that's also, it's like, I have some
prayer warriors. We're the prayer warriors. So maybe that just me with a little, you know.
Right. We gotta go back to praying. Thank you for bringing that back up, prayer warriors. We need you once again. We thought we were in the clear, but we are back. We are back. We're not fighting for our lives just yet, but we do need to pray. Because Molly, she's scaring her brother.
Not the prayer warriors with the R. Kelly beam. We fight for our lives out here.
You stupid. Use your common sense.
Use your common sense. We want Molly and Issa to be together. Like, I don't know. What is stupid. This? No, man. Like, I would say to your point about their relationship, I have a whole lot more faith in it right now. This episode kind of was like, okay, I see. I think if anything that happens, it's not going to happen between them for the rest of the
me too.
Season.
Man, even the text conversation, the way that was shot was so freaking dope.
Oh my god, it was.
Bro, like, I was like, I'm gonna use this in a future video, and I'm never gonna. But bro, it was so dope how they did that. It was just like, oh my god, they're killing it. They are really, really killing it. But I have to shout out before we wrap up. I've got to shout out who has been the star of Insecure season 5 thus far.
Kelly.
And it has been. I don't think it's even close. Kelly has been the star this far.
Period.
I mean,
Period.
this girl
I'm
is
sorry.
amazing.
I'm
Every
sorry.
episode.
The fact that her and Risha was, oh my God, hilarious. The emotional healing. The emotional healing, like, yo, that shit was hilarious.
Oh, we need more taquitos. We need more taquitos.
I think we all got some Rishas in our life.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my God, like just the flying, I said the flying, the flying. She's flying, fine and flirty. The flying, the flying friend that actually, quite frankly, is 1,000% platonic, but just be around acting up. And I just, it was just that, Molly. Hey, so you and Nathan fucking? Oh, right? No, like noted. Like, nah, girl, they ain't fucking.
Yeah,
like,
they good.
I said
Molly.
that was the moment I said they good.
Yep, that's
good.
what I said.
Yeah,
That's a
I
real
said,
friend. They back.
They good. They back.
But Kelly, bro, Kelly deserves all her flowers.
Yes,
Every
she does.
episode, she
Yes,
has
she does.
brought the comic relief that we've needed at many
Oh
points
my
throughout
God.
this. Like even the last episode, which has been the most stressful one in a while, I think.
Yeah.
Well, of this season so far.
Yeah.
Just her line of "all my friends are thriving in abundance,
Limitless.
I just love her, man. I mean,
Yeah.
she's just
No,
she's
she's
just
great.
hilarious. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
she's been the star thus far.
1,000%. I would 10,000% agree with you there. So I am, once again, we're excited for the next episode. I have.
Who knows where we're gonna go?
Who knows what we're gonna see? They've done an incredible job at doing these things. I would say, look, I'm still in Vegas, so much so, actually, as we wrap up, that
What
I'm
up?
definitely here with Mr. James White. He's made his way.
What up, baby?
What's cracking? What's good?
Okay, I just need you to prove to me Doja Cat was the best performance of the weekend.
Yeah, Doja Cat was the best performance of the weekend. It's not close.
Wow. All right.
That's it.
Well, there we have it.
That's it. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say.
That's it.
And White here is.
Hey, look, man. Like, I didn't even know any songs, and it's just like you're entertained. Like she's an icon, and I knew it was gonna hit like this, man. Like she's like rounding into like that icon status, man. Like I'm telling you, like it was.
He used the I word on us.
Dog, like I was just there to witness. I was just there to bear witness.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go to a local Doja show if she's.
I'm just saying when you can get.
I mean, I don't know about
It's a
all
must
that.
see.
Like,
Look, brother. Look, I'm just. We are in Vegas, baby. Record the whole podcast. Just
We're
get
in Vegas,
used,
baby.
We in Vegas, baby. Just get used to me probably not recording the podcast at home for a minute. We just out. We what they say. We outside.
You're stupid.
So look, man. For Unfiltered Gems, my name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I am Ryan Hale. Per usual, if you are not following us on every social media platform, what are you doing? No better time than to change that. But right now,
Change it.
So in any social
Fix
media
it.
platform you're on, find us at Unfiltered Gems Podcast, and give us a follow.
10,000%. Thank y'all so much for listening. Once again, this is episode 10.
Big
I
10
love
energy.
y'all. Big 10 energy. I love y'all. Thanks so much for listening.
Love you guys
Peace.
so much. Peace.